Cancer. Hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for Cancer here? So we start off a brand new year. Let's see what's happening. Hope you all had a fantastic holiday season. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card and we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer in early January, please. Okay, what's happening for my friends? Okay, yeah, the deck is acting a little funky here, but we're going to get it going. There it is. All right, so there is a big focus on something when this card is here. This is also a powerful card of manifesting and creating. You see that baby there? The archangel is looking over it. So there is either a huge focus or a huge creation incoming for a lot of you. And I feel like this is a nice protective type of energy. Now, before we fully dive into it, it's a complex card. If you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So, if you look at the imagery here, we have this archangel. You see the wings, it has the Vitruvian man on the head. It is focusing on this baby. So first and foremost, this is a big card of spiritual protection, spiritual guidance. So maybe some of you need that reassurance. Maybe some of you need to hear that you are protected, you are being watched over, you are not alone in regards to something. But there is something about manifesting and creating here. A lot of you could just be like future focused, like, all right, this is what I want to bring into my life. I want to create this. It doesn't literally have to be a baby. For some of you, it could be. But when I see a baby, I think of a creation. Like, that's a beautiful type of energy that we see here. Another thing I will say is that this angel is like deadlock focused on this. So for a portion of you, there could be a certain situation, a certain person that has taken up the lion's share of your focus. This could even be someone that is very heavily focused on you. I don't want to run in and say, yeah, this is someone keeping tabs just yet. We'll see if it shows up within the reading itself, but there's obviously something being focused on in a very powerful way. So we're just going to put that down right over there. Let's get into tarot. And I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright, and we'll get into that intuitive juiciness here. So what's up with Cancer, please? In early January, let's see what's going on. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Big Offer. And just so you know, that energy could still bleed over into the coming days and weeks. So for Cancer, I was seeing tons of opportunity, tons of offers coming in. So hopefully that good energy still continues and persists, but because it was looking really nice. Even if you're going through problems and tough situations, the energy I saw last week was extremely refreshing. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going. Let's get 3 cards out to start us. What's happening with Cancer? 3 cards for my friends. Okay, all right. Not the best card to start with. Someone could be in their feelers here. When we have the 5 of Cups in position number 1, we'll talk about it a little more as we move through the reading. It's all good. But yeah, the River of Tears in the first position, that's absolutely someone in their feels here. Let's get a couple more. Big feelings, powerful feelings. Okay, so 7 of Wands, this could be a little conflicted, but it could also be determined and good. Okay, so we're getting a little mixed bag here so far. Let's get you one more. We'll really start to piece this together. What's going on with Cancer? Thank you. All right, 5 of Wands. So there is a little bit of conflict here. You also have a bonus that I'll put over here momentarily. So 5 of Wands, we have double 5s. You have the Archangel Michael. We have Temperance. So more of the Archangel protection looking over you, which is a really nice thing, especially when we have energies like this. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. Because remember, we still have to clarify all this stuff. But if you look here in the box at first look, first glance, seeing a couple of patterns here already. First and foremost, we have a lot of fire energy. Even with the bonus, that's fire. So When there's a lot of fire elemental, it could be very unpredictable. It could be volatile sometimes. Now, this could also be a lot of determination, passion, forward movement, or a want to push something forward, but at the same time, it could be conflict-based and unpredictable, volatility and explosive. So that's the first pattern. I'm picking up tons of fire, and we also have double fives on the extreme ends. In numerology, fives represent change. It's similar to tower energy, like fast and sudden change, things being shaken up. So we're picking up a couple of themes here already. Let's go through one by one and really start to piece this together. I don't want to say there's a warning just yet, but there's a possibility. Position number one, we have the Five of Cups, okay? And a lot of these cards are very straightforward. Like, you don't even have to be a specialist or an expert in tarot to understand them. But you see this Five of Cups energy, it's someone who looks like they're crying, literally. Okay, so this could be any of those rough and tough feelings. Like, all cards have positives and challenges, though. A challenge with this is sadness, depression. It could be on a scale. I always say it's on a scale. It could be something very minor, has like a little bit of anxiety. It could be something major, all the way up to brokenheartedness and depression. There's someone who's going through some emotional turmoil when we have this card showing up. Now, a positive of the Five of Cups, aside from the River of Tears and someone just letting those feelings spill, whether it is sadness, depression, or anger, there's still possibilities. Notice that in the picture, there's still cups standing. There's still things off in the distance. So this isn't like a be-all, end-all type of energy. So for a lot of you, there's still possibilities to improve something or for something to be better. Okay, so we'll see what's up with that. Moving to the center, let's get this River of Tears right back where it belongs in the front. We have the Seven of Wands. This card could be very good. A positive of it is it could just be someone with determination. This card could sometimes represent tough situations, problems, bumps in the road, feeling like it's you against the world. And when I see this card, it's someone who's like, I can't stop, I won't stop, I'm going to keep pushing. There's just a ton of determination. Same could be said with this card that I'll explain a little further in a minute. But challenges of the Seven of Wands, sometimes it could literally feel like the world is against you. This could be somebody that feels like they're in a corner, like their back's against the wall. This could be someone feeling trapped or imprisoned in one way or another. It's also a card of conflict. It's a little unpredictable with that fire energy. So it's a couple of cards of conflict. There could be a couple of warnings here. We'll see as it all plays out. Now, moving to the back end, let's get this Seven of Wands back where it belongs. And yeah, this is a very self-explanatory type of card here in the middle. Five of Wands on the back end is also extremely self-explanatory. You see those five people are beating the crap out of each other with sticks. So you see what I mean? In the similarities that it has to the Seven of Wands is that it's somebody, if there's tough situations, problems, whatever it might be, they're going to continue to fight it. I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm not going to stop. There's a lot of determination here as well. A positive of this could be someone roughhousing and being a little playful, but you see the people, they're fighting, right? So there is a conflict, whether it's an internal one or an external. So with all the stuff we've been seeing, there could be someone, if not you, that you're connected to that's going through a very up and down tough time, whether they're adjusting to changes in life or what have you. We'll see as we get to the clarifiers. But there is determination. That's the one thing I do like, is that whatever this energy is, whatever these problems or situations might be, they're not permanent. On the back end, we have the Archangel Michael Temperance, who might be connected to Sagittarius when this card shows up. Fire energy, protective, just like that very first Oracle card we saw it. So it's spiritual protection, it's spiritual guidance, it's a pat on the shoulder saying like, hey, you're not alone, you will get through this type of energy. So I really like it. It's also a card of patience. So Spirit could be telling you like, hey, something might just take a little bit of time, or be patient with it. It's a process. So we'll see what's up. I really want to dive deeper on all the Cancer. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my friends. See what's happening. What's happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Five of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I don't mind at all. So let's go in on that Five of Cups. What's happening? What is that Five of Cups here? Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups in the upright underneath the Five of Cups. So for some of you, there could be someone feeling like they've been left behind. This could be someone possibly feeling like giving up on something. I'm not getting the nicest type of energy with what I have right here. Now, I could give a positive message, which I'll tack on towards the end. The Eight of Cups is generally seen as a card of walking away, okay, which could be good in the context, but at the same time, I'm picking up that like someone feeling like they've been left behind, or someone who feeling like they're isolated or they've been abandoned. Could be someone who had to walk away from something even if they didn't want to. It's like, all right, well, I had to leave that behind even though I really didn't want to do it. So we're picking up an emotional warning here as well, because I'm getting like conflicting energy about how someone feels. It's like, all right, either way, it's like, all right, if I do this or if I do that, it's like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place type of energy. So watch out for that. For a portion of you, with this Eight of Cups under the Five of Cups, you could be resolving to leave energies like this behind, right? Like, so if you've been dealing with anxiety, depression, sadness, you might be resolving to say, you know what? I'm not going to focus on that. I need to find a new way of thinking and being. So for some of you, that could be good if you're walking away from Five of Cups energy. But for some of you, watch out for someone feeling left behind, abandoned, and it's just very much down in the dumps. This is an emotional warning because I'm feeling conflicted here, where it's like, all right, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Whatever happens, it's like, it's going to be tough. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. We're going to see what's up with that Seven of Wands, because I don't feel like there's a resolution yet. This is our first alignment, so that's not the be-all, end-all, okay? So let's see why that Seven of Wands is here. Please. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Tower. So Tower energy, this is something that I saw a string of towers for you quite a while ago. Not quite a while, actually recently. There was like a string of like 3 or 4 weeks where there were a lot of towers, a lot of shock, a lot of surprises, and it's showing up here once again. You know what the tower represents if you watch tarot, right? Now, for a portion of you, you could be trying to avoid a disaster, right? Literally, like, okay, I want to avoid these towers. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to avoid this fallout, or to avoid this from really collapsing and falling through. And I always say towers, they don't always have to be bad. So for some of you, yeah, maybe something, if you put some elbow grease, if you put some determination to it, it could turn out way better than you think. That's a possibility. We'll see when we get to the back end. But when I see a tower anywhere in the midst of the stuff that I've been feeling here, this is an explosive energy as well. Just like I said about all this fire, it's volatile, it could be unpredictable, it could be explosive. So with the warning we already had about emotions, now we have this tower underneath the Seven of Wands. Even if somebody's trying to avoid it, this could be an explosive warning, right? That the energy around you is very unpredictable, that this tower could come dropping in. It's something to keep an eye on. So I would say in the coming days and weeks, proceed with caution, okay? With whatever you're dealing with, whether it's work things, whether it's interpersonal things, whether it's health things, whatever it might be, Spirit is asking you to proceed with caution, because so far we have 2 warnings here already. An emotional one and just the energy being explosive and volatile. So let's move in on that Five of Wands. I wasn't expecting the energy to take such a turn, because like for the last few weeks, you've been having some pretty good readings. So let's see what that Five of Wands is. Maybe this is someone else, right? This could be someone you're connected to where even their personality is just very hot and cold, very volatile for whatever reason. So let's go in on that Five of Wands. Let's see what's happening there. Please. Thank you. Yep. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords. This is improvement. I mean, whatever's going on, I don't feel you rolling over and giving up. Like, this is someone who's like, no, I'm not giving up no matter what. Like, I don't give a damn how tough it is. I don't give a damn what's going on. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to break my stride type of energy, okay? You know the song. The Six of Swords is generally a card of improvement, things getting better. But one thing I do need to point out, this is air energy. In the midst of all this fire, the explosive energy is still here. Results may vary for a lot of you in whatever it is you're going through. Like, it could either turn out really, really good, or it could turn out rough. That's why I want to continue this warning of the explosive energy here. Now, I do lean towards the positive here on the back end with the Six of Swords, because to me, it's forward progress, it's forward momentum, and it's improvement. And when I see it under the Five of Wands, this is Spirit saying like, hey, don't give up on something. Like, you might need to have some staying power, because remember what I said here in the beginning, somebody might be tempted on like throwing their hands up or giving up. Now on the back end, it's like, don't give up, do not. Like, so it's like a clear signal on the back end. For some of you, this could be two different people, right? Where one wants to keep fighting for something, one wants to give up. So the energy is here, there, and everywhere this week, Cancer. That's just what I'm seeing. Now, if this isn't your reading, it's all good. You could check your other alignments and placements. But as far as what I'm seeing here, it's all over the place. So let's go through and do a quick recap, and we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, just a lot of volatility, like emotionally, outward, just all the energy is all over the place. But position number one, we have the 5 of Cups with the 8 of Cups in the upright. Could be a couple of things. There was a positive message in there as well. It could be someone who's wanting to give up on something. Could be someone feeling like they've been left behind or abandoned in some way. But another thing I was picking up, you might be resolving to change your mindset. Okay, like I'm not going to focus on the bad. I'm not going to focus on the bad. I'm going to focus on the good. I'm going to keep moving forward, which would be nice. There is movement though. Moving to the center, we have the 7 of Wands with the Tower in the upright. Someone possibly trying to avoid these towers. Like, all right, this can't happen. I'm not going to let this happen. But once again, the explosive energy all over the place back here is very unpredictable. That's why I said that's an explosive warning. There might be something, no matter how much you fight it, it might not turn out too well. But we do get points back here about not giving up and continuing to persist if you want things to improve. Moving to the back end, 5 of Wands, 6 of Swords, fire, air combination in the mix here. And I was getting that vibe of someone just saying, I will not give up. So in the front end, it's like, yeah, I give up. No, I will never. So there's like this big flip-flop of energy all over the place. It's like, should I, shouldn't I? Yes, no. It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Very unpredictable. So do with that what you will, Cancer. Take from this what you will. Please take a screenshot. Let's get a shadow card here for you. Let's see what's in the shadows for the Cancerians, please. Guides and Spirit Team. And yes, my friends, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. It doesn't always have to be a challenge or a bad thing. So let's get one shadow card for Cancer here. And if you've made it this far in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I love all my channel members. So no pressure though, just got to mention it. So what's going on here? One shadow card. Thank you. Okay, 7 of Swords. Unpredictable. Once again. Now, for a portion of you, you may feel like there has been someone that has backstabbed or betrayed. Obviously, not every single Cancer. We have the 7 of Swords here in the shadows. Very common card to have in the shadows. And if that first little description I gave isn't you, that's totally fine. This is a card that belongs in the shadows. This is a card, once again, of unpredictability, the unseen, the unknown. So just like I said within the reading itself, for a lot of you, like the results of the things that you're going through are still up in the air. Like it showed within the reading with all the back and forth, it's showing up in the shadow card with the 7 of Swords. There's something that might be out of sight right now, or there might be something you just don't quite see. This could also be a warning from Spirit about doing anything underhanded, okay? Not saying anything, it's not a judgment, but when this card is here, anyone, whether they're doing it to you or you doing it to them, if they do underhanded things, sneaky things, not good, okay? Like Spirit's taking notes on that. So keep that in mind, Cancer. We're going to leave it at that. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls tarot deck. It's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are one of your biggest goals for this year that we just entered into? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you again soon.